It's 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. in the morning, and the weather service says the hardest rain today, Friday, is going to be between 11 and 12. It's been raining about this hard for the last hour or two, and like I showed in the picture earlier, the river has been overflowing. It hasn't broken out of the bank right there, just a little bit. But it usually takes a couple hours after the hardest rain for the river to peak. Boy, it's pretty full. Look at it down there. It's about ready to break out right there and come through this field. Pismo Creek looks like a river. The river looks like it's about 40 feet wide, and I'm just going to guess it's probably 2 feet deep right here. And if you follow the water down and count 1001, it looks like it moves about 10 feet in 1 second. So 40 by 2 is 80, 10 feet, multiply that, so 800 cusecs. That's what I'm saying. What do you think? We're just off 166 here. Just came over the first rise where we can see Twitchell Reservoir. And that's what 108,000 acre feet of water looks like. It's interesting. There's a crane out there, floating crane out in the lake. I wonder what's going on there. Anyway, we're gonna go up to the Gary undercrossing, which is running at about 1,600 cubic feet per second right now. That's farther up the canyon there. And we'll go see what 1,600 cubic feet per second looks like in the Cuyama River. I didn't film the first bridge, the bigger bridge, going up 166. Here's what the second one looks like. The first one was the Wasna Creek coming in, which probably got a pretty good flow. And this is, I don't know what the name of this creek is. It doesn't have has a pretty good watershed. Here's that gap in the ridge right here that looks like it was dug out. The river used to go around, I'll zoom back out again, used to come around that ridge and then around this way, and they cut that gap in there, and that's where I thought that they were taking the measurement of the river, Cuyama River flow rate. But it's up the bridge, up at the bridge a little ways. Okay, we're at the Gary Bridge. There's a line of cars. So that's where the measurement is taken, right underneath the bridge here. go to the other side, see if we can't get a look underneath. To measure the flow, you want to get a known cross section in the channel, and then you measure the depth, and if you could estimate the flow rate. Oh, there's the antenna sending the signal for the flow rate. That's how the telemetry that tells us when it's you know, what it is when we go online, which I went to the website. That's how I was able online to tell what it is right now, what the flow rate is. So there's our measurement system. So that's the depth right there that they measure. And the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation, typically they send the signal up to a satellite, especially in here. There's no cell signal or anything in this section of the valley, Cuyama Valley, Canyon, whatever. That's sent up to a satellite. They typically do that. They have their own satellite communication. Really limited data that's set up, but you don't need to send that much data. You're not sending a video or anything. This is an antenna, a Yagi antenna for maybe somewhere else too, I don't know. And that's that apparatus might not necessarily be just across the river. That might be a way of calibrating the flow rate by using a Doppler speed measurement of the water and the depth. That's my guess anyway. Don't know if I'd want to ride across that, but some places you'll have something like that just as an emergency stream crossing. But I don't think that's what it is. Look at this tributary coming into the muddy water. So anyway, if you drive by and see the river flowing like that, that's what 1,600 cubic feet per second looks like. This storm peaked out at about 2,400 cubic feet per second, and a month ago when we had the heavy rains, it went up to I think 3,000 or 4,000 cubic feet per second. 3,000 or 4,000, I'd have to double check it. This storm didn't go that high. Okay, let's head up the road a little ways. Okay, I'm about 5 miles up from where I stopped last, and I saw something awesome. Not the river here, I mean it's awesome, sure, but it's right around the corner there, then looking right back up into there. We can't see it from here, but I'm going to drive back and stop and show you folks what I'm talking about. Okay, you guys, are you ready for this? Here it comes, and there it is. The highest waterfall in San Luis County. You see the Cuyama River is the dividing line between Santa Barbara and San Luis County, San Luis Obispo County. And we are in Santa Barbara side right now, but look at that waterfall. I've driven by this 100 times. You know, it's always dry, of course, but I go, man, that must be a waterfall when it rains heavily. Sure wish there was a way to get across the river. Don't think so. Let's take another look at this around the corner. There's this little road off the side of the main highway. Comes down to this gate here. Looks like someone's private property, just goes down to the river. I don't see a way to cross it though, no bridge or anything. Man, it would be neat to hike over there, because there's the waterfall, guys, right there. Let's zoom in on it. Oh, it'd be neat to hike right to the base of that. That is awesome. But I don't think it's possible. Okay guys, I'm about a mile or so downriver from where I stopped to take a picture of the waterfall. And I'm on the other side of the river now. And there's a trailhead here. I think my wife and I have hiked up this before. I think it is this one. So I'm gonna hike up this trail and see if I can get another viewpoint of the waterfall. If I remember, this trail just goes up the side of the mountain. It doesn't go along the river, so don't know what we're gonna be able to do. Anyway, I'm running low on battery on my phone, so I'm not gonna film the hike. I'll just save it for pictures of the waterfall if I can find a good spot. Okay, down by the road there's where I'm parked. And I think we did hike this trail before, my wife and I. It winds up this way and pretty much goes up this ridge, but the waterfall is right back in there. Okay, I'm probably gonna call it. There's the river, and I was parked right up by that little hill, that little cut right there in the road, taking the last picture. So it is, if I had to go on this side of over here, on that side of the river is just a cliff. So on that trail, up the side, it goes back over in that way. It doesn't go toward the waterfall. Pretty hike, good leg burner, but doesn't get us to the waterfall.